Rizzoli and Isles, TNT's next great drama.
Hi, I'm Angie Harmon, and welcome to the set of Rizzoli and Isles.
The show is called Rizzoli and Isles, and that's Jane Rizzoli and Maura Isles, played by Angie Harmon and Sasha Alexander.
There just was something really refreshing and fun about these completely different women.
Jane Rizzoli is a homicide detective.
Well-to-do couple. Man is found imposed, woman is missing, and a teacup.
Maura Isles is a medical examiner.
Carotid artery and jugular have been transected.
I'll be doing the autopsy in the morning.
Together, they make a great combination because they're both working towards the same goal, which is to solve the crime and find out what happened.
This was the perfecting of procedural show meets relationships.
I think the crime is definitely what leads you through each week, but how these people interact and the dynamics in the workplace are really what I think is the heart of the show.
Jane Rizzoli is one of the only women in the Boston Homicide Detective unit.
You wearing lipstick, Rizzoli? Shut up.
She's a firecracker and fearless.
She's a badass. I'm just gonna say that.
She's beautiful, and yet she has that sort of tomboyish energy about her.
And so she brings up the whole energy when we come on set.
Love my job.
I can't imagine anybody else playing Jane Rizzoli.
Cut, print.
Oh my God, it's great! Dr. Maura Isles is a very fascinating woman. She's very scientific and mathematical.
Ted Bundy.
That's 5 letters too many for that anagram.
How do you do that?
The most challenging part in playing Dr. Isles is definitely the medical terminology. I have to Google things and figure out exactly how to say them so that they come out of your mouth very naturally.
Natrius potassium helps us determine post-mortem interval.
Here on set, we have a wonderful medical technician who helps us, and we discuss everything from how I hold the scalpel to how I move it, how fast I would do it. And then it gets a little bit more complicated because you're having to do this activity along with relating to the other characters in the room.
Atlanto-occipital disarticulation is very fast.
No idea what that is. What else you got?
Miss anything?
We are just about to start the Y incision. Sink, sink, sink.
Hey, Frost, you hungry?
My team includes Barry Frost, who is a younger newcomer to the homicide unit. Not in South Boston anymore, Dorothy.
He has a weakness. When he sees dead bodies, he gets nauseous and throws up. And he's a homicide detective. So, this is a direct conflict.
Where's Frost?
Losing his lunch, where else? You okay, buddy?
Something I ate.
He's got no business being in homicide. Now he's her partner, and that makes me cranky, I tell you.
Bruce McGill. You know him from, every movie ever made. He and I are ex-partners because of a situation that happened with Jane.
Hoyt's the reason you don't want to be partners, isn't he?
You know why. I'm allergic to all those sad and furry little creatures you keep rescuing, Detective Doolittle.
I mean, Bruce McGill is hysterical as Corsac.
Well, there's a couple of ways to describe Detective Corsac. A formidable, tough cop. He's got experience. He's fearless. But he also will stop everything to rescue a small animal.
Something licked me. What is it?
Oh, it's just Joe Friday.
Then you have Jane at home with Chaz Palminteri as my father, and Jordan Bridges as my brother, and Lorraine Bracco as my mom. It's the characters. We all have personal situations going on. It's not just us and how we get through the crime. It's us and the way we react with all of the other characters in the show, like in life. It's a life. It's not just a procedural show.
The trickiest part for me was how to surprise the audience. How do we keep it suspenseful? How do we not tip our hands? It's very, very tricky. A lot like trying to solve a puzzle.
It's creepy when it needs to be, it's scary when it wants to be, and it's entertaining throughout.
Rizzoli and Isles, TNT's next great drama. Series premiere Monday, July 12th at 10. Only on TNT.